$90 million. They're going to spend $90 million to house the migrants that protested leaving the hotels. And this is now the hospital. So first, the city bought $225 million worth of Rona equipment. Fast forward 3 years, they sell that very same unused equipment for $500,000. And now they're going to spend $90 million to give people who are here illegally a place to live. And while that's all happening, they're going to tell you that you should be worried about the norovirus. You're going to get sick to your stomach, and you should tell the government. So we can, of course, say that everybody's getting sick, and we can, of course, say that we need more money to combat this. They obviously, we know this. This is not rocket science. This is nothing new. But they need a scare. They need a boogeyman, right? So whatever it's going to be that they need to use to make sure that they can gain more control and, of course, line their pockets, like good old Kickback Kathy, who gives exclusive testing rights to. So they want you to go get a test, go get a Rona test, and then it turns out that the testing company is the largest donor to Kathy Hochul's campaign, right? And it just never stops, bro. These people
You heard about that here first.
What's that?
Everybody. We broke that story, I'm going to say. I'm going to claim it.
Wait, which one? Which one?
That Kathy Hochul was getting kickbacks from the company that, well, her family owns it. It's not technically a kickback. Her family just happens to own the company that got awarded the contract for Rona testing kits.
And this is the same woman who's lieutenant governor, who just happens to be black as well, because we always got to talk about race. He gets indicted by the feds. And do you think that she didn't know anything about that? You think that she's that much different from him? Like, oh, my pearls are clutched. I can't believe he would take a bribe from somebody. No, bro, they're all one and the same. So obviously she's doing it too. And they're spending your money on it, on giving illegals. Where did they get? There's a photo here. I believe it's in this article. It looks like a college dorm room. There's a whole bunch of like Coronas. I mean, they've completely trashed the place. Where are they getting that money from? Right? Like they can't afford to live, but they can afford to buy 24 packs of Corona. Scroll down.
Listen, don't question the system here. It is in Canada where this one.
There. Look. Can you see all the look at these beer bottles? Look at this. They've completely trashed the place.
It's an expensive beer to be wasting on migrants, but they're probably from South America. Maybe, allegedly. Corona Extra. We've got a whole bunch over here unopened. If you come to Canada as a refugee, you come across the border. You fly to New York from, West Africa a lot of the time because they speak French. Wherever it may be. Maybe it's even a white country because they're bad too. And what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter. Illegal immigration is bad, no matter where you're from or what you look like. So you come across the border. They say, we're going to arrest you if you come across this border. You say, okay, I'm taking je suis le refugee, le status de refugee. You say that. And they're going to put you in a hotel, which is completely blocked off certain floors for refugees. And then they're going to give you a yearly allowance. They're going to give you a home, especially if you got a family. You get more money if you've got more members of your family with you. So let's say you're a family of 5, mother, father, 3 kids. You're going to get income every year. For being a refugee, you're going to get a house. You're going to get top tier medical care. So as you all know, that Canada has a crappy socialized medicine system, but you only get a certain level. You do have the option to pay money for like Blue Cross or whatever, a different health insurance to cover stuff that isn't always covered. Like you don't get all your pharmaceuticals paid for here in Canada. You don't get a good hospital room here unless you pay extra for it. So all these things like that every person gets is like middle tier, right? But if you're a refugee, you get that top tier stuff that you got to pay extra for. The free ambulance rides, the in-home care, the private hospital rooms. You will get the top tier if you're a refugee. And that is something that a lot of people don't know. So I think we've got you beat here with the hotels and the free stuff. And I once made a video about this. And and I did talk about being demonetized and everything before and throttled. I made a video about that before when I was racking up, the millies of views per month. And that video got so throttled that it was less than 1,000 views when most of my videos were getting like, I would be upset with less than 50,000 views at that point. And that video got like 700 views. That's how throttled that was. It was called Refugees Get Better Healthcare Than Canadians. And in that, I talked about this study that they've done that through their lifetime, refugees in Canada have an employment rate of less than 10%. So they're taking, and you shouldn't expect refugees to make you money as a country. You should question whether or not they deserve to be refugees, obviously, but they get all this free stuff knowing that they're never going to get a job 9 out of 10 times. And all I'm saying is we have you beaten on that.
Okay, so
grift, if you
basically,
will.
so what this boils down to is if you are illegal or you live in Ukraine, then you get everything. That's what I'm understanding.
You move across the border here as a refugee. I'll go down to Mexico and move where you currently live. And then we'll just go back and forth, each collecting Social Security.
Okay. Yeah, this is despicable. These people are terrible. There's obviously
Okay.
there's obviously no way to stop it, but this is the world we live in, so
It really is.
I'm speechless. Buy my
I
book.
guess it's the
That's
end
all
of
I
the
can
road.
say.
Buy his book, Unauthorized Opinions, uopod.com.